We'll do it live! Fuck it! Do it live!
Welcome to the Mouthpiece, episode 164. Today we're going to talk about my NFL picks of the week, my week in poker, the up-and-coming WPT Championship, and my documentary coming out shortly. The Mouthpiece is next. Whoa, what up, what up? Welcome to the Mouthpiece, Saturday night edition. What are you guys up to? Alrighty, interesting week in poker. I actually didn't play at all till yesterday. So I basically took off like about 10 days. Had Thanksgiving, watched the NFL, went 0 for the board, and watched some college yesterday and played some poker all day. So I was 23,000 loser yesterday and ended up making 15,000. It was a really good turnaround for me. I don't feel like I played that well. I got stuck 22, 23. One hand I had ace king. I 4-bet it to like 20. This is a really bad played hand by me. To like 2,700. Got called. Flop came. I had ace king, ace of diamonds. Came 9, 10, 3 with 2 diamonds, and I check called the flop of like 1,700 into like 56, and turn card came a king, and I checked, and the guy moved me all in for like 6,400, and I called, and he had a set of 10s, and I knew he had like 10s or jacks when he called my big raise. I just should have just check folded the flop, so I give away. Let's see, 1,700 on the flop, another 6,200 on the fucking turn. So that was like an $8,000 punt. Wasn't very happy about it. Then there was, so now that was 10,000. I got stuck my first 8,000 where I picked up kings, and I 4-bet it to like 2,400 and got called. It came ace 10 with 2 spades. I bet super small, and I got called, and I had 5K behind, but when I bet like 800 into like 46, I should have just fucking gave up right there. And then I just moved in for 5,000 on the turn. He had ace queen, so that was another 5,800 punt. So let's see. So that's how much have I punted so far? Like 14,000 of like what I was stuck. Then I 3-bet ace 10, came 9 deuce deuce. I bet super small. He called. So I figured he had a pair. Came a king on the turn. Then I bet like 1,800. He called. Then the river came up blank, and I bombed it, and he called with 2 jacks. So I bluff off like, I don't know, 4,700 there. So I was 23,000 loser, and 20,700 of it I gave away. So I wasn't happy. And then I got really, really fortunate in I got 3-bet. Let's see. Actually, I raised coming in with aces. I picked up aces. Got called. Flop came by 2 people, so there were like 600 in the pot. Came 10-7 deuce with 2 spades. And I bet pretty big. I bet like 450 into like 600. And I got check raised to 2,700. And then I just jammed 10,000. Or, I'm sorry, I jammed like another Yeah, 10,700. And I got called by Queen 10 somehow, and I held both boards. So I won back like 14,000 there, and I was only down like 5. And then against the same person that I stack with aces there, oh my God, I got 3-bet. I picked up aces again about, I don't know, 15 minutes later, and I got 3-bet to like 850, and I 4-bet it to like 2100 and got called, and the flop came deuce 6 7 of hearts, and I had aces with the ace of hearts, and I bet like super small, like 800 and a 4100, and I just got like check raised to like 4100, and I just jammed, and for like 12,000 more, and got called by King Queen with the King of Hearts, who was drawing basically dead. And so I went from, I didn't play my best. Like I told you, I gave away like 20,000 of the 23 I was losing, and then I got very fortunate to pick up aces twice, where somebody, I kind of sized it up where I got them to like kind of go for it, and so I was very fortunate, and the next thing you know, I was up 17, and then I kind of game pulled up, got picked up, so I won like 15. But I definitely need to play better. See, when I don't play for like a week, when I play every day, I really get in a good groove. But when I don't play for a while, that's when I always struggle. And so that's kind of where we were. Why I made all those mistakes. So hopefully I'll play tonight. And if not, I've been up since, like, I'm on this early sleep schedule. I went to bed at 12:30, woke up at 8:30. Yesterday, went to bed at 12:30, woke up at 7:30. So I finally got a good sleep schedule, but hopefully I'll be able to play a little bit tonight. And if not, I'll play tomorrow. But really want to start playing a lot more poker. Got WPT Championship coming up. So I need to get myself a room over there from like the 12th through the 23rd. And then, they're giving away these gold passes like they're quarters, but they haven't found a way to give me one or get me one. And hopefully I'll get one of those, because I'll be pretty disappointed if I don't. But, I kind of like did what I was supposed to do. I don't even know how you get them. People like, it's amazing, like the people who are giving them away are like, I don't know, like, so weird. It's so weird about getting them. So hopefully, if I don't get one, I might not play, because it kind of will bother me a little bit. But we'll see what happens, because I plan on playing the WPT Championship for like 2 bullets, the 10K seniors, 5K horse, and we'll see what happens. I'm not a big tournament guy, so we'll see. I might not even play at all, but hopefully I will, and we'll see how it goes. I'll be pretty disappointed if I'm not in that free roll for 2,000 people. So we'll see how it goes. I would go to Bahamas, but I hate Atlantis, number one, and number two, the buy-ins are really big. Like, they're just, it's like a high roller tournament, I guess. There's like all the buy-ins are really big, so I really don't. have any interest in putting up $25,000 buy-ins in the Bahamas with. So we'll see how that goes. I haven't decided yet. So there's my poker fiasco. So we won our best and our second best pick last week. We won Miami last week and Philadelphia. So that gets us to I think we're 6-5-1 on our best bet, and I think we're 7-5 on our second best bet, and we're 6-6 on our third best bet. I think that's what it is, or we might even be 5-6 or 5-7 on our third best bet. I don't know. Yeah, it's been one of those years. So this week, I don't know. I've been completely off this whole Thanksgiving weekend, but I am. I'm really actually going against the sharps in this game. Like, this line is moved from 5.5 to 6, but after I watch, and again, it's only one game, but when I watched Dallas just completely destroy Washington last week, the game shouldn't even have been that close. And Dallas is really a bad football team. Washington's lost 3 in a row. Ever since the quarterback hurt his ribs, he has looked terrible. I don't think they're that good. I mean, I need them to make the playoffs, or I'm going to lose $20,000. A bet I made with somebody when they were 5-1 that they'd make the playoffs. Then they were 7-2, and I was like 95% to make the playoffs. And I mean, I really need them to win this game. But no, I'm going to take 6 with the Titans for 2 reasons. A, the Titans have a top 8 defense. B, Levis has looked really good the last 2 weeks. And C, I don't think the Commanders are very good. If you look at Cliff Kingsbury when he was the coach of Arizona, they start off like 8-1 2 years in a row, and then finished the year like 10-6. I mean, it's like the coaches catch up to what he's doing. And I don't think that Washington's that good. So I'm going against, like, this line was moved from 5.5 to 6. And so, yeah, I'm taking my pick of the week is the Titans. My second best pick of the week is the Denver Broncos minus 5.5. I think Cleveland's coming right back to earth. I don't think they're very good. It's Monday night. I just don't see Jameis Winston having another great game. And then the other game I liked a lot is the Jets. I mean, I can't even believe I'm going back to the Jets and the Titans. I mean, this is insane. But I don't think Seattle's very good. I mean, they got the miracle win against Frisco. They scored 9 fucking offensive points last week against Arizona. It's not like Arizona has some great defense. The Jets are coming off of a bye. Seattle has to travel all the way across country to New York. Yeah, I think they get the wrong type favored. So I took one with the Jets. Those are my 3 top picks of the week. I like Arizona plus 3.5. I like all the dogs, man. To bounce back, getting 3.5. And the thing is I mean, I'm kind of being I also like Atlanta a lot. San Diego, or the Chargers, off a short week, have to go across country to play Atlanta off a bye. Atlanta looked absolutely horrible the last 2 weeks, but Kirk Cousins has been able to put up points all year. And the Chargers, who were 7-3 going into last week, on Monday when they lost to the Ravens, But look at the last two, except for the last 2 weeks where they played Cincinnati and the Ravens, they didn't play any, all their quarterbacks, all their wins were against quarterbacks which were like bottom 6 in the league. Burrow lit them up, and Lamar lit them up last week, and they lost J.K. Dobbins. And people don't realize, like, when did the Monday night game change? I mean, the Chargers were up 10-0, and Dobbins went down with an injury. They had 74 yards of offense in their first 2 drives, all on the ground. I mean, 74 yards on the ground. Dobbins went out, and they became one-dimensional, and that's when the Ravens kind of took over the game. So I just think, getting one with a team off a bye versus a team missing their best running back, I kind of like Atlanta a lot. But I had to settle on 3 of them, and I settled on the Titans, the Denver, and what was the third one I said? Titans first, Denver. The Jets third. So with a close fourth with Atlanta. So that's my NFL picks for the week. I'm going against my pick of the week. I'm going against where the sharp money has come. That's just my gut. But what do I know? I also went against the sharp money with Green. I took Miami this week on Thursday. I thought the whole cold temperature shit was blown out of proportion. And Tua played great. They moved the ball at will. But when you give up 7 on a muff punt to start the game, and then you're down 16 at the goal line, first and goal, and can't get a yard. I mean, that's 14 they left on the field. Then Tua made 2 bad passes right before the half, which instead of them scoring 3, the other team scored 3. There was another 6-point swing, and they lost by 13. So the game was like much closer than the final score, I think. Miami moved the ball at will, but they were beaten up front like Jacobs really ran it down their throats, and that's where the game's won, in the trenches, and Green Bay was the better team, but it is what it is. So that covers my poker. That covers my NFL. My dumbass, I bet a couple college games. I bet Georgia Tech yesterday. I won. And I bet Syracuse today. I won. And then I bet USC plus 7.5. They were down 7 with 3 minutes to go. 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line of Notre Dame, and the guy throws a 99-yard pick 6. So now it's at 14. And now I come all the way back down the field, and I'm at the goal line again, and I throw a 100-yard pick 6 to go down 21. Then they score at the end to lose by 14, getting 7.5. That's why I don't bet this shit no more. So I split those today, and then my dumbass bet Texas against A&M at nighttime, which I have 0 chance at winning. So I turned that off. So, I've just been fucking around watching the NFL. And I'm going to start playing a lot more poker. I really need to get in a good groove. I've got, about 21 days to get myself in a good groove. Till the 13th. No, I got like 16 days. So that's what I'm going to do. Politics is slow. I'm really not paying much attention to much of that. I know that the country's in a pretty good no Jets. You're probably right. Probably stupid to take the Jets. They suck. How about the coaching decision? How about the Bears? I in our little group chat with Phil and everybody, I'm trying to get a bet down that Eberflus is fired tomorrow. And he did. They're like, oh no, the Bears never fire anybody in season. Well, they don't fire anybody in season, but this guy, can you imagine? They got the ball like first down at the 13-yard line, down 3, and they don't even get a field goal attempt away. I mean, they get a holding penalty, then a sack, and they don't even call timeout after the fucking sack. I mean, if he calls timeout after the sack, there's 31 seconds left. It's 3rd and 26. They're at the 41-yard line. So it's a 58-yard field goal. But if they get like 10 yards, they don't even have to spike it. They got all day long to set up the field goal unit. I mean, that takes 10 seconds. Let's say it takes 14 seconds. You'll have 17 seconds to set up your field goal unit. And even if it falls incomplete, you could still kick a 58-yarder. The wind was blowing that direction. I mean, that was really one of the most insane finishes I've ever seen. Eberflus has given away 3 games by himself. He gave away the Packer game because he played conservative and tried to kick a 48-yard field goal on first down. He could have literally moved them 15, 20 yards closer. He gave away the Washington game by whatever ridiculous fucking rush to. Well, first they let him get the 13 yards where they could spike it with 1 second to go, and then rush 2 and where he could throw to the end zone for the Hail Mary. So he gave that one away. And then he gave this one away. So he's given away 3 games just by himself. So they're 4-8. They should be, just like if they had any other coach, they're 7-5. Pretty crazy. Pretty fucking crazy. Yeah. That was crazy. Fucking Dallas won by 7. I mean, I don't know, man. They got 2 turnovers for 14 points. They got the pick 6 and then the fumble for 7, and they lost by 7. They were handed 14. I had the Giants in that game too. Oh yeah, the Raiders and the Chiefs game. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, why in the world does the quarterback of the Raiders spike the ball with 15 seconds to go? So Antonio Pierce says after the game that we wanted to run another play and just throw the ball out of bounds and use like at 5 seconds off the clock. Okay, that makes 0 sense. So why not, instead of spike it with 15 seconds to go, let the clock run down to like 6 or 7 seconds and then spike it? And once they spike it with 15 seconds to go, like, you got to kick it right there. You can't run another play. If you run another play, you get sacked, game over. If you throw the ball to anybody in the field, he doesn't get out of bounds, game over. So just kick it right there, and Kansas City gets the ball back with fucking, 2 timeouts in 10 seconds, down 3? Like, what the fuck? You just kick it. Ryan Day, Ohio State, that was great. I didn't have any action in that game today, but I love watching Ohio State lose. I mean, can you imagine being a 20.5 point favorite and you only score 10? It's pretty awesome. I mean, 3rd and 8, yeah, they ran the ball 3rd and 8. I saw that. Yeah, that was crazy, man. So, I don't know, man. They suck, dude. Ohio State sucks. I'm glad they lost. Anyways. So, the NFL this weekend, I don't know, man. I'm going against, I went against the Sharps that all love Green Bay. And I'm going against the Sharps and taking Washington, taking the Titans this weekend. I don't know. Washington they've shown me nothing. I mean, they lost to Pittsburgh, and then they were only down 1 with 6 minutes to go against Philly, and then they should have kicked the field goal, but they gave up back-to-back easy touchdowns to lose that game by like 16. And then that disaster last week against fucking Dallas. I'm not sure they're very good. The Titans are playing. I mean, Levis is playing better. I don't think Washington's good enough to lay 6 to anybody with that defense. It's just my opinion. Could be wrong. I mean, I usually hate going against the fucking sharp money. That's for sure. You know, I almost decided to like, fucking pass on it and then just go with Atlanta, the Jets, you know, and Denver. But maybe I'm wrong on Seattle. I don't know. Me and my friend bet under 8.5 wins plus 146. They have a brutal schedule, and we don't think they're very good. So I don't know. Yeah, Titans are playing good defense, and Levis looks like he's much better. So we'll see. Let's see what happens. What do I know? I just usually bet 3 games a weekend, and whatever happens, and we're like dead even on the year. So, you know, just it is what it is. Look at this. Texas just going to run the kickoff all the way back? No, almost. All right. Let's take some phone calls.
The Mouthpiece.
If you'd like to take part in our phone call segment, you can give us a call at 702-329-0480. And if you're a snowflake or a pussy and you don't want to talk to me, you can email me at mouthpiecepodcast@gmail.com. Also, follow me at the Mouth Matiso on Twitter for times that our call-in segment will be live.
702-329-0480. Give us a call. Tell me what you want to talk about. Football, poker, WPT Championship, politics. Welcome to the Mouthpieces, Mike.
Hey, Mike, what's up, man?
What are you doing, buddy?
Just hanging out, listening to your podcast, brother. Hey, why aren't you playing the WSOP at the Horseshoe?
WSOP at the Horseshoe? What do you mean?
Yeah, they got like some circuit event.
Dude, you think that I want to leave my house to go play a circuit event, $1,000 buy-in, where if I win first place, if I get like if I make the final table, I'll make what I do playing poker cash games. Like, forget
where
it.
are you playing cash these days?
I play in a private game. A couple private games, actually, yeah.
How do you get into those?
You
just got to know people?
You pray. You pray that they let you play. And
is it in Vegas or is it somewhere else?
I play online.
Oh, I see. Yeah, for sure.
And so, you know, I play there. But I haven't. I just started playing again. I was really going to get into playing again a lot. Last week, I lost 30,000 on Monday, 132 back on Tuesday, and then I didn't play the rest of the week because my sleep schedule was a little bit fucked up.
Yeah, you can't play tired.
And what I was doing is I was sleeping all day and playing. I was in perfect sleep schedule to play at night, but like I tried to get. I had a lot of things I had to do, so I had to want to switch my sleep schedule because I had a couple of get-togethers I had to go to last week, so I stayed up all day. So I decided. So I ended up, and then I wasn't feeling. I was tired after switching my sleep schedule around, so I didn't really play. And so then I wanted to get back into playing this week, and again on Monday. Say I went out Saturday night, partied a little bit, and I didn't get to sleep and I ended up oversleeping for football, and I missed football all day. Like I had to rewatch the games, and so
where do you party at, bro? Chicas Bonitas? No, I'm playing.
No. I had to go to a birthday party and some other.
For sure.
And so then I sleep all day Sunday, and I stay up all day Monday because I wanted to watch the fucking football game Monday night, and I end up waking up at midnight. And so I stayed up, and so that's how I got my sleep. I'm on a really good sleep schedule now. So last 2 days I went to bed at 12:30, woke up at 7:30 and 8:30 in the morning. I kind of like that.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
I like having. I hate sleeping the day away. It just fucking kills me. So,
Yeah.
And then Thursday was Thanksgiving, and then watched football Thursday and Friday, and this is the best football weekend of the year.
Sure.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and I'm watching. They stopped Texas. Texas is actually going to punt. That's like their first punt. And so, anyways, so hopefully, like I said, I played yesterday. I didn't play my best to start.
You ever considered like streaming it?
No, I can never stream. Never allowed to stream a private game. So.
If you just say like you blurred out the people's names, probably not a good idea.
Yeah,
you don't want to tap the glass.
No, exactly. And so, I got fortunate. I was down like 22,000, almost 23, and the person who kind of like punted to me in both those hands was stuck a little bit tilted, tried to bluff me, and I just happened to have it. But you can't make like $20K worth of mistakes and survive. So for me to win 15,000 in a day that I made 20,000 worth of mistakes, I know I got to get back in there.
That's pretty lucky. That's pretty lucky. Yeah.
Yeah, I know I got to get back in there, and I got to play. I got to play better.
Yeah.
And I want to play. I want to put some hours in. I want to play better. Because if I don't play better, I'm drawing dead in 2 weeks. You know what I mean? So,
sure.
People don't realize like the key to No Limit Hold'em is just making the big folds. And when you don't
knowing you're in the death grip.
When
you're in the death grip. Like, get away.
Like peeling the 9-10 of diamonds flop with ace king with ace of diamonds is just horrifyingly bad, and,
sure.
And then he hit a king on the turn, and it's like making an $8,000 mistake. It's just ridiculous. So it's like, sometimes when I don't play, like I didn't play for like almost a month. Then I played back-to-back days, and first day I didn't play so good, or I lost a 30. Next day I thought I played much better, made some hands. Now I take 9 days off, come back, and don't play so good, but I end up winning because the deck bails me out. It's just, there's no excuse. I just got to get reps in. I got to start playing. So
yeah, it's like working out.
So I want to play as much as I can here in the next 2 weeks, and win or lose, I just need to get some reps in. So if I get my reps in, and hopefully I'll be ready to play at the WPT. I'm not a big tournament guy. Like I love playing the World Series because I love the competition, but
the World Series special.
In the middle of December, it's that time of year, football's coming to an end, you get bored, now you go down, I gotta really, I've never ran good in December. Does that make sense? And I'll tell you why. So like you have September, October football, you're watching it, and then, starts the 1st of October. So October, November, you're watching it, September, October, November. And now the football starts to wind down, and all of a sudden there's not much to do. You get a little bit bored, and
make mistakes.
And you're just not in the real rhythm. I'm not. It's like poker's usually slow everywhere. So I just gonna have to just put some more hours in and see how it goes.
For sure, brother. Well, hey, man, it was good talking to you.
All right, man. Thanks for calling. I appreciate it. Have a good one.
Yeah, I'll call back another time, man.
You got it.
We'll talk again, brother.
I appreciate it.
Well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. 702-329-0480. Watching this Texas A&M, I really thought they had a chance. I really did. I mean, they look dead. Welcome to the Mouthpiece. This is Mike.
Yeah, Mike, this is Keith from Chicago. How you been?
What's up, Keith? How are you doing?
Hey, I missed your show for the past 3 weeks. Real quick, I sent you and Helmuth a copy of my published patch article regarding the Thanksgiving Bears game. Did you receive it?
No, the Thanksgiving Bears game. My God, what can you believe do you even believe what you witnessed?
No. You know, in the beginning of the game, now, if you saw the article I sent you, I had the Bears winning this game outright. And
the Sharks were all over this game, and they moved this game from 10.5 to 9.5. And I, on our We Win podcast, had picked Detroit minus the 9.5. Now, then I realized that Detroit lost their second best receiver, their starting left tackle, and their cornerback going into the game. And that's why the line moved. It's my fault. I'm supposed to, when I see the number go from 10.5, when I see the line go from 10.5 to 9.5, I'm supposed to like automatically see why that moved. And so, I mean, there's two ways to look at the game. Me and Phil have argued about this game that he's like, we had the right side. Well, we just got unlucky. I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm like, okay, yeah, they should have been up 30-0 at halftime, but they weren't. Yeah. They were up 16-0. Okay, they settled for 3 field goals and a fucking turnover at the 4-yard line. Okay, and once it was only 16-0 and the Bears had 22 yards of offense and they were getting the ball first, you just knew they were going to make some kind of run in the game, and they go right down the field and score a touchdown. And I still don't. That's another thing. Let's talk about the fact that when they go and they score the touchdown, he kicks the extra point. Like, what are you doing? So it's 16-7 instead of instead of only being down like 1 score, they're down 2 because he's an idiot. He's just the worst. He lose.
Well, now you know why he's not coaching here anymore.
I mean, he's truly the worst fucking coach I've ever seen. I mean, honest to God, I've never seen an in-game coach this bad in my life. And
what?
But like
after the Hail Mary game.
Yeah, the Hail Mary game was just awful. The fact that he even lets him, and again, he never took responsibility for anything. The Hail Mary game, they asked him, well, how do you let the guy throw 13 yards down the middle of the field? And then he made an excuse for that. And only a coach could lose that game, Yeah. And so and I told Phil, I'm like, well, Phil, okay, we had 22 yards of offense, and and the Lions had like 300 in the first half. I go, but now let's go to the second half. It was like 320 to like 100 in favor of the Bears, and they couldn't get a yard. Detroit, they got the 1 scoring drive, and then they punted on all the rest of them, and the Bears just went up and down the field on them, and so. I'm like, Phil, the Bears are supposed to win this game. I'm like, you're watching the wrong game. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm like, there's 2 halves to a game. You know what I mean? When there's 2 halves to a fucking game, I mean, another thing, though, the Lions lost 2 more cornerbacks in the first half. So now they were down all 3 of their corners, which allowed the Bears to light them up. You know what I mean? So that had a lot to do with it, too. So there's 2 ways to look at it. Maybe the Detroit was the right side, and they should have been up 30-0 at halftime, and it was game, set, match. Or you could look at it as they couldn't get the ball in the end zone when they should have, and they got a couple injuries, and the Bears were the right side. I mean, if you go by what I watched, you got to give the Bears defense credit for holding them to 16 points, as bad as they were in the first half, right?
I agree.
I mean, they held him to 3 field goals. I mean, they made a great hit on the guy going in for a touchdown that would have made it 23-0 to save. That was a great fucking punch out. Those are teams making plays. You don't sit there and not knock a team for it. You know what I mean? So it's just my opinion.
Yeah, the game didn't go the way I expected it. I thought Eberflus would just tell the offensive coordinator, do whatever you got to do to win this game. And the first half, it's like the Bear team didn't even show up.
No, the offense was fucking terrible. The defense was fucking terrible. I mean, everything was terrible. Yeah.
Now, in the second half, I don't know if you caught it. Eberflus comes out of the locker room. The sideline reporter goes up to him and goes, Matt, what are you going to do in the second half? And he says, we're going to be okay. And I'm sitting there going, man, I don't know if I should just leave the house so I don't have to watch this.
Well, I knew that I wanted to bet Chicago at halftime. I knew they were going to make a run because I knew the same reason why next Thursday you got to be all in on the Packers. Like Detroit lost, their whole back end of their defense is injured. You know, they're going to have all three corners out next week probably.
Yeah, anybody that took Detroit in a Super Bowl future bet just set fire to their money. That's even without the injury.
You're so wrong. That's completely wrong, dude. Detroit's the best team in football, dude. But but when you lose your second best wide receiver, your left tackle, and all three of your cornerbacks, you got what you saw last week at the second half. But
yeah,
I mean, I think the Eagles are might be the best team in football. We're going to find out this weekend. The Eagles go into the Ravens and kick the shit out of them, which I think they're gonna.
Yeah, I've got the Ravens with my 5 picks this week.
Yeah.
I've got Ravens and the Eagles facing each other in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, well, there's another pick that I really love, the Eagles against the Ravens, but the line's gone to 2.5. I mean, if you can't get 3, I wouldn't take it. But I think the Eagles are going to win. I think they're going to win big. Look, let me ask something. You watched the Eagles. You watched Cincinnati play the Ravens. Those two teams were basically even. If anything, Cincinnati should have won both games and lost them both, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Did you see what the Eagles did when they went into Cincinnati? They kicked the shit out of them, 35-16. That's how good the Eagles are. I think that's what they're going to do to the Ravens this week. The Ravens' defense sucks, and they're coming off a short week in a very physical game against the Chargers. And now they got a Philadelphia team that just kicked the shit out of the Rams on the road, and I think they're that good. Like 17 touchdowns, 1 pick. That was before last week. I don't even know how many touchdowns he got last week. I think maybe it's 19 touchdowns and 1 pick the last 7 games. I mean, they got the number 1 defense the last 7 games and the number 3 offense, and Ravens on a short week. And if Zay Flowers don't play, if Roquan Smith doesn't play, the Ravens are dead. That's what I'm trying to say. People don't even know what they're seeing. Like the Chargers had 74 yards of rushing and a 10-0 lead before Dobbins went down. And, Roquan Smith is their whole interior run defense. I think he's probably going to be back because he was a game-time decision last week, but they're still missing their corner. The back end of that defense sucks. And people will say, well, the last 2 weeks it's been better. Well, really? Like the Pittsburgh's got a great pass defense? I mean, got a great passing offense? I mean, no, they suck, right? And Herbert was one-dimensional once Dobbins went out. So it was much easier. And they don't have receivers, so it was much easier, But the Ravens do have a once-in-a-generational offense. There's only one team that has matched the numbers that the Ravens offense has put up this year in the last 30 years, and that's the greatest show on turf, the Super Bowl champion Rams. So if the Ravens get the offense together, the defense together, they could be the best team in football. All 4 games they gave away, okay? But as far as I'm concerned, they had no business winning both of the Cincinnati games. So, there's a lot of ways to look at it. So who knows?
Yeah, well, this weekend I've got the Ravens. I'm taking them over Philadelphia.
I love the other side. I love all the dogs. I literally like every single dog in the NFL this week.
This week.
The only favorite I like is Denver. That's it. Who are the Rams to lay 2.5 on the road against the Saints? Saints have won 2 in a row. They look great right before their bye. You know,
I've got Rams.
it's just they fired the coach. They've won 2 in a row. They've looked great. Like, who are the Rams to lay 2.5 on the road?
This is what I've got. So you can yell.
Let me hear.
I've got the Bears, of course. I saw Washington -6, which I thought was too much.
Yeah, I got the other side.
That's my conspiracy pick. Washington's going to cover the 6. It's simply because it's too big.
Well, that's a good way to look at it, right? So,
You're right.
And the sharps are on Washington. This line opened 5.5. They've moved it to 6, and I'm on the other side for only one reason and one reason only. Okay, like there's a lot of stats that point to Washington winning this week. Like when a double digit favorite loses, and the double digit dog, which was the Titans against Houston last week, wins. The team that's a double digit favorite is like something like 69% against the spread in the following week. So a lot of things point to Washington if you think Washington's that good. What I've seen the last 3 weeks, there is nothing to forget the last 3 weeks. Let's go the last 4 weeks. What is there to show you that Washington is even better than the Titans the last 4 weeks? They got the miracle fucking Hail Mary against the fucking Bears. They lost to Pittsburgh in a game like they gave up like 29 points to that shitbag fucking offense, right? They lost to fucking Philadelphia. And even though they were only down 1 with 6 minutes to go, I mean, Philadelphia had control of that game. I mean, yeah, we were covering, but they weren't the right side, you know. And then they the last 2 touchdowns were like so easy. They got gashed. And then they lost to a Dallas team that looked like had given up on the season. And they didn't. Yeah, you could say, oh, the guy missed the extra point, but forget, they weren't even in that game. That game was 20-6, and they weren't even in that game. They got miracle to be an extra point away from tying it and probably winning the game, but they were completely just trounced in that game. So I see a Titan team where Levis the last 2 weeks has looked great against Minnesota. They easily could have won that game, and they kicked the shit out of Houston last week. I mean, forget the final score, forget the fact they missed 2 field goals. It shouldn't have been that close. You know what I mean?
It looks like out in Houston is kind of not being that superstar that everybody thought he was going to be. And same with Jaden Daniels in Washington. They're coming to earth, and everybody's seen the game film, and they know how to prep against these guys.
Wow, they just got a pick. They just got a pick 6 Texas A&M to make it 17-7. Incredible.
Which side are you on?
I'm on Texas A&M +5.
All right, I'll sweat it for you. I don't have anything on the game, but you got my sweat.
All right, my man. It's good talking to you. Have a great weekend. Thanks for calling.
Thanks with this.
What's that?
What days does your show come on? Is it on
Friday night or Saturday night? It depends of what we're doing. Usually we get a lot more listeners on Saturday. So
okay.
But it's either Friday night at 5:30 or Saturday night at 5:30. So thanks for listening, bud.
Good.
Yep.
I'll look for your notification on Twitter then.
All right. Take care, my man. Later.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. 702-329-0480. Little pick 6 for Texas A&M to get us back in the game. Now I have a slimmer of hope. Oh, wow. They were at their own. They were going in to score to make it 24-0, and it got tipped right in the guy's. Oh, my God. I'm watching a replay of this right now. Wow. So that instead of 24-0, game over, it's 17-7, and who knows what's going to happen. What's up? Welcome to the Mouthpiece. This is Mike.
Hey, Mike, what's up?
What's up? Who's this?
This is Jason, Colorado.
What's up, Jason? How you doing?
Hey, not bad yourself?
Oh, good, man.
Are you Hey, Bo Nix for Rookie of the Year, beginning of the year.
Yeah.
You see those odds compared to what they are now?
He's probably the favorite, I would predict, right?
Well, that's what I'm thinking. But Brock Bowers from Georgia at the Raiders, where you're at,
Yeah.
he's a close second. But Mitch won it for the third time, Rookie of the Week. So there's,
I mean, I think he's playing. I think he's playing fantastic. I think he's got complete command of the. I mean, like it looked like Daniels was going to run away with it, but like who knows? Like that rib injury. Now last week he ran for like 74 yards, but his passing looked terrible. He couldn't run the 3 weeks before. Now who knows? He might be healthy this week, and Tennessee probably get crushed, and I'll probably lose.
Well, that's a chance you take. But Mike, you look. I think it's going to be results oriented to where what team's got the best record at the end of the year.
Yeah,
I mean that's going to help out quite a bit.
Speaking of best records, like how does Kansas City keep winning? That's what I want to know.
Got a chance. Yep.
How does Kansas City keep winning?
Right. And look at the Broncos. Beginning of the year, 5.5 wins, over and under. They blew that out of the water.
It was 4.5. It got bet up to 6.5.
Yeah. Yeah, I got it at 5.5. So, yeah. So that turned out good.
Nice.
So we get that Rookie of the Year. We're doing good. And then one more real quick. I'll let you go. I got a Dalton Connect Rookie of the Year. He's from Colorado. Right in Colorado.
My Lakers guy?
Yeah, the Lakers guy.
It's pretty fucking good, dude.
He went to a small college, NJC, out in Sterling, a rural farm college.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Transferred to University of Northern Colorado.
Yeah,
I went up and watched him play. Yeah, I'm 30 minutes away.
And then he won SEC Player of the Year. And the SEC is a pretty strong conference. Like, how did he drop to 17? Like, this guy, like, looks like he should have been, like, the number one pick. I mean, this guy has just been incredible.
Well, he tied that record of threes. What he had, 37, 38 points that game. But he's a dark horse. I think we got him at 18 or 20 to 1 there. And I just watched that kid grow up. And then he transferred to University of Northern Colorado, 30 minutes away from my house. Then went to Tennessee, played for Rick Barnes. Like you said, all of a sudden showed up SEC Player of the Year. And if he gets playing time at the Lakers, that'll be the other dark horse.
Well, he's getting the playing time. He's taken away the playing time from AR-15.
Austin Reeves.
Yeah, from Austin Reeves. But the Lakers, like, I don't know, man. Like they played a good defensive game the other day, and then they couldn't score, and they're really struggling. I think, honestly, I know he's averaging 29, 9, and 9, fucking 21, 9, and 9, but for the first time, to me, it looks like LeBron is slowing up. I mean,
he's showing his age a little bit, isn't he?
I mean, he's still playing great, but he's not the player you saw last year. Like last year, him and AD were so good that
they were.
And I think that if they didn't have Darvin Ham as coach, that they that they wouldn't even have fucking they could have gone somewhere. But they're gonna
by far.
They're gonna need. Texas is just murdering them. This is a miracle. It's 17-7. No, I mean it. I don't know, man. I'm a diehard Laker fan.
I know you are.
I don't see them having like. I see them getting like the 7th or 8th seed. I don't see anything else. I watched Dallas without. I'm watching Dallas without Luka. Just fucking look like the second best team in the West. Like just. Without
Luka, young, they got energy. They run. Yeah.
I mean, without Luka, they're just. They look. They got the size. Lively and Gafford are unbelievable, and now they got Thompson's been out and Luka's been out and they've just been fantastic. Like fuck the guy they got from the guy they got from the Pelicans looks fucking fantastic, man.
Oh yeah, he does.
He's just fucking making every fucking three, and he plays great defense. And Kyrie's look fantastic, and I think they've won like 5 in a row. They're gonna them and OKC. I don't know which one's gonna win the West, but those are the two.
Yeah, top two. Yeah, top two.
You know, my friend says, there's only 4 teams that can win the title. OKC. He said OKC, Denver, the Knicks, or Boston. And I said, how could you possibly put the Denver ahead of? I know the Joker looks unbelievable, but how could you put them ahead of Dallas? I just don't see it. You know what I mean?
No, you can't. You know, Joker takes he takes a beating, and it's wearing on him also. I mean, he's still one of the greats. You know how many triple doubles the Joker misses by 1 all the time, Mike? It's fucking unbelievable. Hell, he'll miss. He'll get 28, 12 rebounds, and 9 assists, or he'll get 12 assists.
How about the fact that he's averaging like 30, like you said, 31, 12, and 9 or whatever. But how about the fact he's shooting 51% from 3?
Oh, he is. Look at all them shots, them awkward shots he made against the Lakers in the playoffs 2 or 3 years ago. You know, just throws it up over the top of his head, kind of like a Larry Bird shot. You know, no form to it.
They're going to call offside. They're going to call offside here.
Flashes it. Yeah. So, all right, Mike. Hey, thanks for taking the call. Appreciate it.
You're welcome, my man. Thanks for calling. I appreciate it.
Keep talking. We'll see ya. Bye.
Yeah. Wow, illegal substitution on Texas A&M. 12 men on the field. I mean, what a fucking stupid fucking call. Wow. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I still count 12. Oh yeah, no, he's too late. That sucks too. They would have sacked him and gotten the ball back. Anyway, 702-329-0480. The Knicks are good, dude. It goes to show you, like when they made that trade, I thought it was a pretty even trade. I thought DiVincenzo was a great 3-point shooter, great defender. And I thought Randall could just stretch the floor. But, man, Karl Anthony Towns is a superstar. I mean, watching him and Brunson together, wait till Miles Bridges really gets going. I mean, they're fucking good, dude. They're fucking good. So, who knows? You know, the Knicks, you know, Philadelphia is just decimated by injuries. They're like 3-15. You know, you can get them like 80-1 to win 100-1 to win the title. Like if they get healthy, I mean, they're going to win a lot of games. In the East, like 4 games under 500 will make the play-in. So who the fuck knows? I really thought Philly was going to be great before the year. Texas is killing them. This game should have already been 24-0. They just gave me a glimmer of hope with the pick 6, but they're just dominating them. Anyways, listen, next week we have, hopefully I'm going to get a lot of reps in. Then I got to get myself ready for the WPT Championship. And I'm trying to figure out how you get one of these gold passes. Like every Joe, Rob, and whoever fucking gets one of these gold passes. So hopefully I can get one somehow. I don't even know how. I've tried. I haven't been able to get one, but I'm sure I probably will. So we'll see. So I'm trying to get that. I want to get into that free roll, and got to get myself a room down there, and for the 10 days. And Danny's got to take care of the kittens. What are the kittens doing? They're so big, you guys. Mookie and Misty Mookie is crazy. I'm surprised he's not running around like a lunatic. What, he finally decided to go to sleep? Yeah, I guess. Wow. So, like, Mookie is twice the size. Like, Mookie's like this big now. Like, he was this big. Like, she's still this big. Mookie's like this big. So, the kittens are fun. And I have a good time hanging out with them. And hopefully we'll have a good weekend. We are above 6-5-1 in our pick of the week, so I'm gonna stick with it. And I don't want to. I hate going against the sharps and the move. Like I just don't go against the moves in the NFL. And I did last. I had Detroit. The move went the other way. I had Miami. The move went the other way. And I had the Giants, and that move lost. So whatever. It is what it is. Normally, I like only on Thanksgiving do I bet all 3 games, because I'm bored out of my mind. So I lost like $3K, but I won $1K back yesterday, so no big deal. Yeah. I'm gonna hopefully put some hours in this week, and hopefully play some poker tonight and tomorrow, and have a good week. And then I'll check back with you guys next week, let you know how I'm doing. So Tennessee Titans, number 1 pick. Number 2 pick, we went with the Denver Broncos -5.5. Number 3 pick, Jets. Number 4 pick, Atlanta. Almost threw the Titans out, but that's it. Good luck to us. Have a good week. Talk to you next week on the Mouthpiece.
The Mouthpiece.